It's a mass and nothing. Let's do that.
That's where you going?
With like us.
My wife wants to go to mass and nothing. I don't even like the way that sounds. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome. I am Al. That is Carmen. This is Better for Today. Just came on today to do a weekend recap. It was extremely enlightening for me. I don't know about my wife, but if it was enlightening for me, it probably was for her as well. One of the most enjoyable things I get to do with my wife, people say, grow with your spouse. Now, me and my wife been together so long, we've actually grown up together. And it's been an enjoyable ride. She is very encouraging. She inspires me. I don't tell her though, but I'm hoping she knows it. But in the words of J.J. Walker, she is Mother Teresa of the ghetto.
I gotta get some tea on that.
She's going to get some tea. So let us know you're in the building. As I said, this has been a interesting weekend, to say the least. We were invited to our family's first Famsgiving.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, honoring my grandmother, Henrietta Walker. It was the first time that we've ever thrown something of this nature, and nobody deceased. But because we were going to New York as a friend, so we planned on going to see him.
No, our friend of yours was hospitalized.
What's the difference between not doing well and hospitalized?
Because we're seeing him is going to be doing well.
What's that got to do with his situation now? He's not doing well.
He is doing well.
Like that's why I don't tell her a lot of stuff. But anyway, my wife said which is true, he's hospitalized. And the week going up to see him, I actually was fasting and praying and seeking God for some instruction on what to do. And I had specific instructions on what to do and what to say when we got to where he was at. And as we entered the hospital, I don't know if I said this to her, but my anxiety got like crazy high. I got overheated, whatever. And I was like, man, what's going on? And so we got upstairs to the room. And when I saw him, it shook me. It like completely overwhelmed me to the point where I questioned the assignment. I like, man, can I do this? And so I had to walk the hallways. I literally had to walk the hallways. Like, man, I got to regroup. And so there's some things like that night when we got back to the hotel, I stayed up and just read and prayed and everything. And some things was revealed to me. And I hope this helps some of you guys in relation to, sometimes we hear things from people we deem in authority and we start to repeat these things, not even realizing how these things that we repeat start to become how we operate. And that's where my questioning came from. Like what I had been hearing, I had put it in my system so much that now it was what I believed that what was happening. And that's not what was happening. That's not what was. So we got to Rome, and I actually had notes on what it is that I was supposed to do, and I'm reading my notes, and it just seems like I wasn't believing what I was reading. And what I just said a minute ago is what I thought. People use the term faith failure, but that is not what was going on. What was happening is what I was reading.
Sorry.
And what I just said a minute ago is
I'm trying to turn it
of
off.
the ghetto. People use the term feast.
Okay, go ahead.
And so that night, as I said, as I was sitting up reading, conversing with Holy Spirit, he said a few things to me, very enlightening. And the one that was really the most eye-opening to me was we hear with our eyes more than we with our ears. A lot of stuff that we see,
we allow it to influence us,
controls how we hear.
Mm.
And so he he reminded me of something we say to our kids or say about our kids that we don't even realize the magnitude of what it is, of what we're saying. He said how we say to the kids or about the kids do what they see and not what they're told. This is literally the kids' way of listening. And we don't even understand that. That never turns off. We become adults, it never turns off. And we really think that our ears, our hearing is restricted to our ears. It's not. What I saw rattled me to the point where I start not believing why I was there. Because I couldn't see my friend. I had to start to visualize who he was in my life so that I could proceed on with the assignment. And here's some of the things that, hold on, is that it? That was said to me. That's not it. To explain what I was experiencing. And I pray this helps some of us, because I think sometimes we repeat stuff and don't really understand what we're repeating. And we never do in-depth research to see exactly what's going on. What me and my wife could be in the same exact room, and there will be two totally different experiences going on. It's not the same. So when somebody explains to you what they went through, don't ever believe for 1 second that that's what's going to happen to you. It's not. And you need to understand that it has nothing to do with your faith and everything to do with your faith.
Yeah.
You know. And so one of the things that, and I'm going to go step by step. Excuse me. My wife hit the dinner floors. But the biggest thing for me was I stared looking for what I presume was there, opposed to staring, looking at what I wanted to be there. And so Holy Spirit says, stop staring at the condition and look at the spirit. Look at the spirit. Don't allow your sight to be the only thing that's prevalent in the room. You got to let your spirit invade this room. And I had to leave the room and walk out. And I was like, man, what the heck is going on? I mean, it was serious. I was like, that thing shook me so bad. And I didn't want to cry, because if I would have cried, if I'd have started crying, I wouldn't have been able to do anything.
Right.
So I'm trying to stop myself from crying, but at the same time, that's my man in there. That's my man in there. So you got something to say?
No.
Yeah, you can. You're not on restriction. That was the first thing. The second thing was I had to refocus. My biggest asset was I didn't completely leave. I came back.
Right.
I came back because I got refocused. But I had a lot of questions. But I didn't.
You did what? You stopped, but then you continued and you followed through. You continued to read your prayer. you continued to go on and you completed what was asked of you.
And so I had to remember that my responsibility wasn't for the miracle. My responsibility was for my obedience.
Yeah.
I had to remain obedient, regardless to what I was looking at or what I was feeling. I had to remain obedient. And these are all things I'm saying for, like, it doesn't have to be that type of a situation, but there will be situations that pop up, and you're gonna have to really, really buckle up and say, I'm going in. I forgot what I was gonna say.
The difference with this is it's not that you've never seen.
I haven't, Cons. You keep telling me I have, and I'm telling you I haven't. I've never seen no one in that situation before. Because I don't go to hospitals.
No, I said that because you worked in the hospital.
But I didn't work in where patients were. Like, so I worked in the HVAC, the HIV, the HIV ward. Those patients these were patients that were on their way out. But
and that was the early stages of AIDS. So yeah,
now you're telling me what I saw.
No, I'm thinking of their condition.
They were not on machines like that.
No, they were not on respirators.
So when I say something to you, I want you to believe what I'm saying.
Okay, sir.
Stop telling you what I'm saying. I'm trying to tell you. Okay. I'm serious. I don't understand why you do that.
I just said okay.
I can keep going on just because you said okay don't mean I'm gonna stop. I mean, come on. Yeah, the other thing that I gotta go back to my board is, G, what's up? Is the intentions. You got to remember why you're there. You got to remember why you're going. You got to remember what the purpose of your going is, and it's extremely important that you know how to not control, but to pocket your emotions. You got to learn how to pocket them. Not to say that they're not going to keep rising up, but you got to be able to put them in a position where they don't become a distraction, because they will be a distraction because you've got more experience being emotional than anything else. Another thing that he showed me was, I got it written down. Faith is measured by what you return to and not what you feel. So if I would allow my emotions to take over, I would have left. But I believe God. I didn't have a lot of faith in what I had written down, but I believe God. So I came back in the room and continued to read, continued to do what I was assigned to do. And it was at night. You got something to say? Because I can hear your thoughts. It was at night that, it came to me that it wasn't my faith that got shaken. It was my senses. It was how I feel that got shook, not what I believed in. Don't confuse the two. They're not the same. Faith and your emotions are not the same thing. And so I started to ask God, does it take adversity for your faith to be strengthened? And he showed me faith is like a muscle, but it doesn't always get exercised in adversity. It get exercised in good times. He took me to the example of Adam. Adam didn't have any adversity, but he walked by faith. He was perfect. You know what I'm saying? And so the adversity part, as I explained, as I talked to my wife earlier today, is the pinpoint where you're at in your faith. It's not to tell you need more faith. It's not to tell you your faith is bad. It's just to let you know where you're at. And it's up to you what you do with that. What you do with that. And by being startled, it's not a faith failure. It's your compassion. Mm-hmm. It's not a weakness. It's not something you should question. it's a natural reaction when you see someone you really care about in a situation that you just did not expect.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so we stayed, we prayed. It was different for me because I'm looking for evidence of my friend, and I had to keep visualizing who he was to me. I had to stop seeing what I was looking at and visualize who he was to me. She's got nothing to say. So yeah, that's how it started off. We left the hospital. We checked into the hotel. Very different hotel. We checked into the hotel.
But for the most part,
it was on the inside. It was very nice. What was the name of it? She can't remember either.
Voco Fiorello.
This is the first time that we've actually stayed somewhere, and I can't tell you where we was at. I know we was in Queens.
It's at LaGuardia East.
We was nowhere near LaGuardia. It was LaGuardia Far East. Because that's all we were around. People from Far East.
But it gives you the perception when you say Voco Fiorello, I'm thinking very Italian.
Nah,
it was very Asian.
So we check in, and across the street is a deli. It's about 5:15. I don't know. So it was after 5. Right. So we get over there, and we hungry. This guy tells us they done cleaned up. They're not making nothing else. So we was like, all right. So we left out of there. We went up. Then we went back up to the room, trying to figure out where to go eat. We found a BBQ's, which was really nice. And the BBQ's was in Rego Park. So I guess we was in Queens. Mm-hmm. Of course, we ordered too much food because we was hungry. So we took the food, and now we're going to meet, the family, because my wife had some food that needed to be refrigerated to drop it off. And I was done. The hospital had drained me. The fact that we had to go, it wasn't really far, but I wasn't prepared to go that distance to eat. So I was a little tired, just drained, just a long day. We get into the spot, and it's a mess. So it was me, my wife, my brother, his wife, one of the cousins. And we were sitting there, kind of discouraged because we didn't know what to do. We knew what to do, but nobody really wanted to make a move. And my cousin, Melena, came in. She hit the floor running. Mm-hmm. She started cleaning the roof. She literally, because we couldn't figure out where to get water from, she took bottles of water and a broom and cleaned out this refrigerator.
Yes, she did.
And it was so inspiring that we all just was like, so me and my brother first went and got some mop heads, some detergent, and we all just pitched in and sat there and cleaned that place. And so the weekend turned around from that point. We went to the hotel. We slept late.
Oh,
we got up early and got some breakfast. We went to the deli.
Oh, but it was late for me. It was after 8:00.
I don't know. When I sleep late, I sleep late. Because I knew it was going to be a long evening coming up. Mm-hmm. And so we slept to about, I think I got about 12:31. Mm-hmm. Got dressed. And my friend who's in the hospital, his wife, mom happened to pass away the same time he's hospitalized. So her funeral was Saturday. And so we went and supported her at the funeral. Anybody who is interested in praying for her name is Sharon Nichols. Please say a prayer for her, man. She really could use the support from afar because it's just a lot going on right now.
Yeah, because now she has to travel to Georgia
to take her mom.
Take her mom where she's going to be buried.
Yeah. So it's
a whole nother service.
A lot going on for her at one time. And so we, got to hug her, got to hug my man Nick's family. And so we go to the event, and man, it was a blast. It was a blast. Shout out to Sadira and Milena for putting that thing together. It was a lot more people than I thought would be there. Mookie, you're gonna get a call from me this week. Me and you gotta talk. You gotta start coming to family events. It's just you were missed. I don't know what's going on, but we need you at the family events. You're part of the family, and we need you there. For the ones that couldn't make it, like my daughter, she had to work. I was amazed at some of the people who asked about her, and I even texted her. I was like, people were asking about you. I didn't even know you knew. I didn't. Mm-hmm. And so here are a few of the pictures from this weekend. yeah, that ended the night. We went on back to the hotel about 12:30.
We left
We
at
left
12.
at about 12:30. We got back about 1:15.
Yeah.
And just crashed.
Literally.
So this was a weekend that I was amazed at the resiliency of God, how I was emptied out and he filled it right back up. I mean, it didn't take long to get filled back up.
Yeah, and it was in that room.
You know what I'm saying?
It was in the room
it didn't take long.
And I think it jumped off when Aunt Sandy bought the pictures.
So this is my Aunt Sandy had pictures of us from, I mean, when we was babies, man. And everybody wanted to see the pictures. Mm-hmm. Everybody wanted, and I think that was, so one of the highlights for me was my cousin Jimmy. She gave him some pictures of his dad, and it overwhelmed him. Mm-hmm. I mean, it was like, man, you know,
and pictures of them when they were little,
when they was babies, yeah, yeah. And I often say, and I'll say it until I die, I've never not been proud to be part of that family. Never, man. I mean, I don't know if they. Yeah, I think they knew. They knew I was, because I was a little crazy kid. They never closed their doors. They never told me I couldn't come in. Never told me I couldn't come around. And I'm quite sure my mom called them and said, if you see that little... And so it was a really nice occasion. I encourage you guys, if you got beef with your family, man, squash the beef. Find a way to talk to them. Even if they don't return your call, you keep calling, you keep texting, you keep doing the fake, whatever you got to do to I want to use the word reconcile, but just to be amicable with each other. I mean, you ain't got to go hang out and do nothing like that, but man, your family is chosen for you. You don't choose your family. God chooses your family, unless you get married to somebody and then you inherit their family. But you know, I just think that we should just be together more than just at funerals.
Like we have to bring back the essence of valuing people and the times that we have with them, because tomorrow's not promised to any of us.
And that's one of the things we talked about as well is value, like
how I am valuing Auntie Sandy's red velvet cake right now.
I don't know what that's about, but
oh my God, she did her thing on this red velvet cake.
I think all the food was pretty good.
The food was delicious.
I mean, we had more than enough food.
Oh God, yeah.
At the very beginning, we were under the impression we wasn't gonna have enough.
Yeah, we could have taken it down to the shelter.
And it was a lot of food. It was a lot of food. It was a great occasion. Yeah, we just want to give you guys a recap of our weekend. Like we said earlier, when you go into situations and it's a little bit more than you anticipated, don't question your faith. Understand you're an emotional person, and that's natural for you to have a reaction like that.
Yeah,
it's natural. So we're going to continue to pray for my friend's wife Sharon, over her entire family, over my man Nick. One of the things I did learn this weekend is, as my wife just said, value. Like a lot of stuff that I've learned in my life now, I don't know if I would have learned it younger. Would it have helped me? Because I don't think I would have valued it. I don't think I would have. And I don't know. I mean, I don't know. But now that I know who God is, there's not a situation that goes by me that I don't look to see what is the value in that situation. And I'm forever grateful for that, because I was depleted. I was looking to drop this food because they made a suggestion of the food going up to my nephew's house. And I was like, we got to go where? And in the midst of that, Melena came in there running. She came in there. She didn't ask nobody to help her. She just went to work. And we was like,
I
okay.
couldn't sit still just watching her do that. It was like, how do you sit here and watch her move around and just start cleaning up? Because I didn't want to touch nothing.
Yeah. And me, I was so tired. I was like, but.
And I think of that too. We were exhausted.
We got the mop, and the way we got the water into the mop bucket was because there was no sink. It was just a small sink in the bathroom. And so we found us a highway comb and put that thing under the faucet and let the water come into the bucket. And it was hot water, which is what we needed. And we cleaned that floor, and they cleaned off the tables, and it turned out to be a really good event, which could have been the result of us doing what we did Friday night. Changed the whole spirit of that place, because we was like, what in the world? Why would somebody leave? Malena never questioned none of that.
She was like, what? Oh,
she was like,
let's throw this out.
She was throwing stuff out.
Like refrigerator parts. She was
like the parts, not just the stuff in the refrigerator, but the brackets.
Everything. She was just here.
Yeah. Yes, I agree. I talked to my family about that also. Yeah. So now that we have it started, and we had an amazing turnout, we're going to do at least 2 events a year. Something in the summer, something in the winter. And I encourage everybody to do that. Even if your family doesn't want to, do the events, find some time to go visit them.
Yeah.
You ain't got to stay overnight. Just go spend a couple of hours.
Right. And it's not, if everybody joins in, it's feasible. It's doable.
It really is, because if you go on my Facebook page and look at the picture or the video that I took, you wouldn't believe what that place looked like prior to that.
Right.
I mean, you really wouldn't believe what it looked like. And I mean, like she said, by people pitching in, we had a nice time.
I mean, after 10 o'clock, people were still bringing in food.
Really?
Yeah. I think Danny was the last pants that came in.
Danny bought food?
Bought 2 full pants or something.
I didn't know they bought food.
And then Clarence took it back, and that's what he said, party at his house.
Shit. So yeah, that was our weekend. Just want to come on, man, encourage you guys, man. Be vigilant out there, man. Be intentional. Whatever you set out to do, when something gets in the way, my reliance is on Holy Spirit to go, hey, this ain't going the way I thought it should. For him to get, okay, this is what I need you to do to get back in the game. You got to have something to put you back in the game, because you can't not allow what you were sent to do not to get done. My wife, who is Mother Teresa of the ghetto,
stop.
Is a big encouragement. Sometimes,
what were you calling me? You called me something else. What did you call me? Denise something.
The great Denini. Why did I call you that?
What did I do? It was something. I'm tired.
You don't remember what you did?
What did I do?
We were in BBQs.
Oh, I put the chicken in the container.
You're trying to put the chicken in the container.
I put it in there closed.
Okay. So I told her she was a great magician.
Oh, God. This was a great weekend.
Yeah, it ended very well. I'm so thankful to the Almighty for ending it the way it did, because...
Oh, great sunset. I didn't see the sunset, but I got the afterglow of the sun going down. The sky was majestic.
And she talks in her sleep.
And he says I talked in my sleep, but I didn't talk in my sleep.
For somebody that don't talk in their sleep, why did you want to know what you said?
I wanted to hear what you were going to come up with.
I ain't talking about what I say.
I want to hear what you were going to come up with. Your goofy self.
You don't believe what I told you?
No.
I should have recorded you.
You should have.
The next time.
No, but great weekend. And to watch you following your instructions, following being obedient, and how you emptied out, and how God placed an event to fill you back up.
I needed it, man.
Because you were shook to the point that you didn't want to do anything.
Nothing. I could have laid in that bed all day.
You would have.
Yep.
You would have. And there's nothing I could have done opposed to saying, I'm going to Brooklyn. Or I'm going to that mall.
It wouldn't have mattered to me.
Right. But
that wasn't why we went.
No.
One of the things that I'm learning. One of the things I'm becoming great at is following through. Regardless of how I feel. And said, I'm glad y'all had a good time, had some good family, friends time. Reunions can be stressful and very overwhelming. It wasn't the reunion, and you came on a little late. We had to visit a friend in the hospital, so it was the actual hospital visit that was overwhelming. The reunion was the fill-up part.
Yeah. Your love tank got filled.
It did. I'm saying it really did, because I was on zero.
Was watching the people come into the room, but then when your aunt pulled out the pictures,
them pictures, boy,
everybody was just coming to the table and going down their own memory lane.
Yeah, them pictures.
Looking at it. What we learned is that Al's grandmother had a lot of children, and his mother had a lot of children. And who else had a lot of children in your family?
Whoever had a house coat on.
It's the house coat, y'all. Y'all know.
It was the house coat.
That little flowery, little thin cotton little house coat that had the snaps.
I don't know what it was about them house coats.
And the two pockets in front. You know, every now and then that pocket get ripped a
little. Rip on the side.
And you safety pin it back up. It was the house coats.
Well, if your grandmother had a house coat, she got 9, 10 kids.
Yeah. All them, they got, yeah.
And then back there loved the house coats. Boy, that's sexy. Like, it's a daggone house coat.
It's a house coat. No lace on it.
Nothing.
Nothing. The thinnest cotton piece of something. Then women had a bunch of babies.
House coats, boy. You got a house coat on, boy. You sexiest thing walking around. I don't know nobody mother who had a house coat on that didn't have 8, 9 kids.
My father's mother wore a house coat.
I'm trying to tell you. She said my mom had 11 house coats. Oh, she had 11 kids.
She had a house coat.
She had 11 house coats, boy. You got a whole bunch of kids. You got to say 11 times 8. She got 88 kids. That house coat, boy.
Ooh, that house coat. It could tell some stories.
I'm trying to tell you. And we came up with that. I don't know, we driving or sitting still going, man, you know, it had to be something about them house coats.
Because I never saw her in regular clothes. I always saw her in a house coat.
So when we looked at the pictures, we seen the picture of her.
She had on go-go boots.
She had on some boots. She had on
a dress.
It looked like a little skirt.
A few of them. Yeah. I was like,
my grandmother, she had clothes.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
Your mother had a beautiful afro.
My mom had an afro. We seen some pictures of my mom. She had a house coat out. I'm trying to tell you, there's something about that house coats. These young kids ain't got a clue.
They have no idea about a house coat.
And that was good as well. They wanted me to pray, but because my uncle is the oldest alive,
right?
We had him come up, and he told a little history, which is going to be part of our next reunion, or whatever we have.
Yeah.
Because the younger folk need to know the legacy.
Yeah.
You know, this. I mean, we had over 70 people in there, probably.
More,
if not more, and this was all a result of one person.
Yeah,
one person,
and one house coat.
She may have had more than one house coat.
Where's the catalyst?
She had to switch it up, though.
She had to switch it up.
Yeah.
Light pink, lavender.
Yeah, you gotta switch it up. You can't, still a house coat, but you gotta get another color.
Yeah. She had light blue.
She had a pack of house coats.
Then that came in a pack.
Pack of 5. Give me a pack of house coats there. But it was nice. I mean, it was nice seeing all my aunts and uncles there.
That they came out. It was a late event.
It was cool. It was cold. Yeah, it was cold.
Oh, it felt good.
But they came out. They came out.
Yeah. They came out and they hung out.
And they hung out late.
Past 10 o'clock.
They hung out late. Shoot, we hung out late. We was there to 12:30. We ain't nowhere at 12:30.
Ever. And let alone Brooklyn.
Except with a remote in our hand somewhere.
Yeah. Oh, in the garage watching television or it watching us. And then this morning, we went to Katz for breakfast to get a pastrami. And I am a people watcher. And our servers.
No, that's not the server. So we looked, there was no line. So we parked the car, line.
Oh, yeah, there was nobody in front.
But we waited. I was outside about 2 or 3 minutes. And there was a less fortunate guy asking for change.
Oh, yeah.
And so somebody must have came by and said something to him.
A woman walked by and said, out here begging for money. You need to get a job.
And what did he say to her?
He said, you need to mind your business about what I'm doing. You need to go to the gym. What I loved is his comeback. He didn't use no profanity.
Yeah, but don't let my situation fool you.
And it was like, yeah, I'm out here. You don't know me. You don't know what's going on.
Yeah, don't let my situation fool you.
How dare you? Yeah.
Yeah.
And you don't like what I'm doing, then keep it moving. You don't have to yell out.
But it's crazy because I had just read a story about this lady on the train. There was a guy who was on the train talking loud on his phone. She said to him, you need to, well, I don't know exactly what she said, but it was like, hey, you too loud on your phone. And he stabbed her 2 times in her stomach. So when that situation popped off, like I told my wife, I'm thankful because she walked off. She never even turned around. That dude
she kept walking.
Yeah, that dude could have went behind her and hurt her.
He could have.
You know what I'm saying? So I was very thankful for that because New York is
New York.
It's instantaneous violence. It's like,
yeah,
it don't take much to get somebody. And now you say something out your mouth, and now you're in a situation you had no idea that was going to happen.
But it's like, how dare you think that you can project what you're feeling at that moment onto someone else? You don't, especially
but here's the crazy part.
Time,
you didn't acknowledge him. You kept walking.
Because you thought that you were being slick. What? And then nobody, please.
You better turn around and pay attention.
She evidently don't watch the news.
I don't know, man, but I was thankful.
And I know that we weren't in the Bronx, but
he was just verbal. I was just thankful for that.
Yeah. And again, I'm going to go back to, he wasn't using profanity. Now, we know, we normally hear a bunch of MFers.
No, he didn't curse at all.
He cursed not one time.
He didn't curse at all.
Not one time. And for him to say, yeah, you need to go to the gym.
That was funny.
That was a good comeback.
That was funny. And then we go inside the restaurant. And there's a little waiter. And this dude is
loud enough for
to hear over every comment the people that were ordering was making.
Because they're all tourists.
Yeah. He had us when they're rolling, man.
Oh my God. I laughed the hardest. They kept asking for the lean meat. We want the lean meat.
So it started off where somebody ordered a soda.
A black cherry.
And he said, the waiter said something. And then the guy chuckled and he walked up saying, the heck he's laughing for that?
That wasn't funny.
That wasn't funny.
No.
So when he did that, my periscope was up like, okay. This guy is going to be talking about everybody.
And that he did.
So dude came in there with his phone and showed him
a picture of
what he wanted. And he asked for cheese.
A picture of a pastrami sandwich with cheese.
And he was like, who puts cheese on a pastrami sandwich?
Yeah.
It's just the internet, man. He was funny.
He was
funny.
Yeah,
why he chose us to talk to, I still don't understand that. But anyway, because we was going to the deli to get something to eat, and there's a one-man band in the deli. He was working a cash register. He was doing, I'm out.
Yeah, because I was watching him with the gloves, and I was getting a little turned off.
So we went up. So it'll be a good weekend. Thankful to God for the travel back home.
Oh yeah,
we got home safe. A great time.
Wait, you were gonna pull because I had already fallen asleep, and you pulled off. For some reason, I just woke up. I'm like, "What are we doing?" You said, "I'm taking a nap."
Oh yeah, I pulled into a rest area. I was tired.
You went to rest area. You was like, "I'm taking a nap," and I'm like, "A nap? We got to get home."
I'm glad you woke up.
Yeah,
you woke up and I'd have been asleep. I was 9. I was like, I'm not doing this.
I was like, get coffee.
And you did great. You drove for about 2 hours.
I got us all the way.
When you got tired, I said, "Miss you." I could have took it an hour back there. But I said, when I woke up, I said, "You good?" You said, "Yeah." I went right back to sleep.
You did.
I was just tired. I mean, it was a long weekend. It was a really long weekend.
Yeah,
man.
But it was good.
Yeah, so
it was a good long weekend.
Just came on to give you guys a recap to encourage you guys, man. You might be in situations where you think that something is wrong with you. It's not.
Yeah.
These are normal human reactions, especially when it's somebody you care about. You're going to have a human reaction. It's not negative. It's compassionate. It's your compassion. It's not. Don't affiliate it with negativity.
Right.
It's not negative. Don't speak what you see. That's the trick. Don't speak what you see. Don't go when you see somebody else. They ask you. So I was asked, "How is he doing?" And my response was, "He's in process."
That's it. That's why I said, you said, my friend is in the hospital. He's not doing that. He wasn't doing good. He's not doing good.
That's not what I said. So he's not doing well.
He's not doing okay.
Get
good.
My words
well,
right. Get my words right.
Whatever you said. That he wasn't doing good.
I said, well, so you messed it up again.
You said what you said, and our words are powerful. So, opposed to...
You're right. I wasn't going to tell you
what I saw, I had to listen. The praise dances that last Sunday.
Why are we talking about that?
Did it? It's because it was about manifestation.
Okay, so why you don't have it up so we can see it?
Go on RCC last Sunday at 1 hour 30 minutes. That's when the praise dancers come up, and you'll watch it. Powerful.
Where is it at?
On rccba.church. And it's
put that in the chat.
Last Sunday. Oh, if you insist.
I'm not insisting. They're not going to remember that.
Where's the chat?
She ain't got her glasses on. I'll put it in there.
See.
Lord Jesus. rccva.church. What was the date? Dated last week?
Last Sunday.
Which is the 16th.
Mm-hmm.
Dated 11/16. And you said...
At 1 hour.
At 1 hour, 30 minutes?
30 minutes.
30 minutes. Into the broadcast?
Into the broadcast. When the praise dancers come up, and it was...
Broadcast.
Oh my God. How we really have to...
The praise team.
In order to see manifestation, you have to switch it.
I agree. You can't keep saying what you see. There's a song that kept playing all weekend, and it was like, it said, "Open my eyes, help me believe I am what you see." I heard that thing all weekend. I was like, you're right. You have to.
Mm-hmm.
You know, stop repeating what it is, which is human.
Yeah, and people, just how we say funeral talk.
That's what it is.
You know, we tend to, when someone is in the hospital,
got to be careful.
And they're on apparatus, so they're gonna speak doom and gloom. They're gonna, because that's what.
And their intentions are not bad.
No, and they're to their defense, they feel like they're informing you. But we have to learn how to speak more of a hope. More, and it's not delusional. You know, the fact is, you know, he is in a medically induced coma. Yes, that's a fact. But the fact is, he's in a state where his body is healing. You understand? So he can rest and allow his system to regain all its power back.
So it's amazing you said that, because it's, you know, I talked to the Holy Spirit this weekend. He gave me the difference. So the fact is this, but the truth is this.
That's right.
And to get to the point where you start to see what you expect, he said, you got to write it down and practice saying it.
Yeah.
Just practice saying it. Just, you know, like your regular day. Practice writing down how you want your day to go.
Yeah.
And when your day goes left, go to your notes and repeat what you have written down. And just keep practicing it. Yeah. And remember, you're not responsible for the results. Yeah. Your responsibility is to the obedience.
That's right.
Part. Because what a lot of people don't realize is you may get the results that you're anticipating or that you have on your paper you're expecting, but because it didn't happen the way that you wanted it to, you can miss it. It turned out, but it didn't happen how I thought it would. And that's another thing that was highlighted to me this weekend as well. Sometimes we get so inundated with the method, we lose sight of the purpose of why this happened. And it's like, can we get past that? It's practice. Everything's practice. Everything's a training. A lot of the things that we do now is because we've done a lot of it. And we don't even realize that we do a lot of this stuff because we've gotten good at it from doing so much of it. Teach yourself something different.
Yeah.
But
take that power to pause.
Practical stuff.
You know, just, okay, this is what I see, but what do I believe? You understand? He says in his word that we were healed by his stripes. So we have to take that and put it in our mindset that this is what I want to manifest. You understand? So see it that way. Again, it's not delusional, but it's speaking of your belief. That you know how powerful God is. That he's able to perform.
Yeah, if you get into the practice of repeating what you just said, by his stripes we are healed by. That stuff will start to get in you where it'll just be what comes out.
Yeah.
You know, I was just, like I said, I'd never been in that situation before. And it rattled me. It just.
Yeah. And so the time we went to see our friend Monica, and to see her on the machine and see her in that state it was really hard.
It didn't do nothing to me with her.
I don't know if I'm just very empathetic.
Mother Teresa.
No.
Of the ghetto.
The ghetto. Why I gotta?
Because you're from the ghetto.
Oh God, I'm from the ghetto.
The ghetto. You gotta say it right. Don't play with it. You gotta say it right.
But to see the transformation from
Monica's evidence.
Oh yeah, Monica was the evidence.
Monica's evidence.
And it was like, okay.
Monica's evidence.
Because what was the reports we were getting?
And that's one of the things when you give somebody a report, check yourself before you give that report.
Right. Because
don't be
are you putting me in you're spouting out fear? When you're saying to someone, are you spouting out?
It's amazing what I read about that. Why we do that? It's amazing. It's too long to get into tonight.
That a lot of it has to do with your expectations of others. So I'm going to say this to you to get a reaction.
So it goes deeper than that. We're going to touch on it a little bit. In this culture we're in, it's important for us to be, number one, the first person to spread the news, and number two, to spread it in a way that my story is going to be the best story you've heard.
Oh,
this is humanism.
Wow.
This is all a result of social media.
Yeah.
And a lot of us don't realize how much we've been infected by social media. Not infected.
Infected. You're right.
It's in your blood. If you think I'm lying, let's say today, now 7:58, 9 o'clock, when you have your phone in your hand, not if, pay attention to the mindless scrolling you're doing. Yeah. Mindless scrolling. Every so often you might hit on something you're interested in, but it's mindless scrolling because you need to be, how can I say it? What is the word? They call it like a euphoria. Every so often, it's almost like a crackhead chasing a high. You're chasing that first stimulus. And so you're constantly looking for the, you want to be the bearer of that when you tell the story.
I felt bad though. Like, remember when you had gotten the false news and I reached out to your brother, like to put him on alert to be there for you. I felt bad. Yeah, you got me, but it's something about your brother you.
No, you're wrong.
Yeah, no, I think that your brother is.
You're wrong.
I'm not.
You're wrong.
That it's important that you have that man,
That's your perception of
my
it.
perception is that
doesn't make it truthful.
Okay.
It's your perception. It's what you would like if it was you.
Yeah. Knowing there's somebody that
that's an issue.
What do you mean?
Based off what you would want if it was you, you put me in a position to receive what you needed, not what I needed.
Yeah, I was just being
you
was
don't
trying to protect you.
And that's fine.
And and then it was like, and then when you said, I don't trust where that came from.
If you notice, I walked off when I heard it.
Yeah, you said it, and it was like,
I walked off like, wait a minute.
With that.
Wait a minute. That's not.
Yeah.
But this is what happens when people convey the message to you.
Yeah.
You can't take stuff that you hear and go with it. You got to do your investigating, son.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because before you know it, you'll pass that news on.
Yeah. Yeah. No, but I said to him, wait.
Yeah,
say nothing.
You'll pass that news on, man.
Yeah.
And that was not the only report I got. I got somebody else that said something so off the wall, we'll see him later. Like,
yeah.
And then once you get to the family and then they tell you about this individual, you're like, so I don't even have to investigate the source where it comes from.
Right.
Because I'm going to do my own research.
That's right.
And before I sit there and say, well, you know what? Because we want to be the first person to bear the news. You know what I'm saying? And the crazy part about it is we don't share good news like that. But let it be something negative.
Yeah.
And I don't know why we do that. I think that might be sin. Might be a result of sin.
Wow.
But that's just how we are. And, you got to be smart enough to go, wait a minute. Because usually when I hear stuff like that, I make sure I walk off.
Yeah.
It has to be, wait a minute.
Yeah, you had to process. Yeah.
Because this was a relative.
Right.
And I'm like, let me process. Yeah. And before long, we got another report.
Right.
You got no report. So, all right, people, we out. You guys enjoy the rest of your evenings.
Oh, this Thursday is Thanksgiving.
So
people should take the time to really enjoy your family. Really
She's sleepy.
I'm tired.
That's a sleepy comment.
Listen, no, we got in here at 5:30.
Let me tell you something about me and my wife. This ain't got nothing to do with her being tired, but Thanksgiving is every day for us.
Well, Thanksgiving
it's not a special day. We don't wait no special day. So if you waiting for a special day to show your thanks, you got a lot of work to do.
No, not only that. What I'm getting at is this is a season where people reflect upon their family and reflect on losses and the losses and actually embrace the time you had with those people. Don't allow the loss to take over the fact that we're thankful that we had opportunities, we had time with that person and loved them while they were here.
So back to what we just talked about and how people convey these bad stories.
Mm-hmm.
What you do the most of is what you're going to do. Mm-hmm. So you gotta create a new practice.
Yeah.
Because there's a book that I would advise all y'all to get. It's called The Body Keeps Score. Mm. You don't have to remember the time frame that something bad happened. Well, something that, I don't know, we're going to use the word bad. Something bad happened. Your body will remind you.
Yeah.
And you'll be sad that day.
Yeah.
Until you realize what happened.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Your body will remind you.
Yeah.
Start practicing something different.
Yeah.
It's easier said than done.
Yeah.
We're saying stuff, and let me tell you something, because my wife was encouraging me, and I'm looking at her like, okay. The advice you give, write it down.
Yeah.
You're going to need it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I have my days.
No, I'm not.
Yeah,
listen, let me straighten this out. I'm not saying that I hope. No, I'm not saying that I can't wait for it to happen to you.
Oh, no.
But what I would like for you to understand is, as I said to you later, I don't need that.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't, hey, Mima, she keeps forgetting to move to Sunday. It wasn't, let me say this correctly. It wasn't that I didn't appreciate you encouraging me like that, but to me, that's a routine that happens all the time. People think you need this, think you need that. Oh. And that thinking process is based off what you would like to happen to you if that happened to you. Mm. And we got to be very careful with that, because something could possibly be said to you that would offend you to make you never want to do that to that person again. Mm-hmm. And in actuality, they don't need that.
Right.
There are some things that just are better left alone. And if you confer with Holy Spirit, he'll tell you.
Yeah, to back off.
Back away.
Yeah. I gave you your space.
As I told you.
When?
I said to you, what you were offering, I didn't need.
When?
Let me give you the exact time.
I didn't know. I didn't bother you this week. Oh, okay. Go ahead.
When we were talking about, I was talking to you about what had happened in the hospital. Mm. And you was telling me, well, this is what happened. Well, this is what happened. I said, Carmen, I don't need that. You don't remember. Once again, you're Mother Teresa of the ghetto. And so you're going to encourage regardless.
I'm always going to be encouraged.
It's not needed for me. My thing is processing. I need to hear what God is saying.
Yeah. And
then once I hear what he's saying, okay, I know what I need to do. I'm never in a point where I need that kind of encouragement. Okay. I'm never at that point, because once I hear what God is saying, my emotions is removed.
Mm-hmm.
So the encouragement is for people who's having these emotional issues.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need it. I don't need it. I'm not saying that some people don't need that, but you gotta. And I know I said this to you. You got to read the room.
Oh, that was at the funeral.
I may have said at the funeral. Yeah,
that was at the funeral. Yeah.
Because I'm not gonna talk about that. That's not right.
No,
he delivered a word.
That's right.
For who I don't know, but he delivered a word.
I'm Fred.
I had one left in the chamber.
Turn it off. Turn it off.
Yeah, sometimes, a lot of times, and people don't realize this. What you're saying to people is either out of routine, or is what you would like to happen to you if you were in that situation. That does not necessarily mean that helps the other person. And the person who you're talking to is not going to say nothing because they don't want to be offensive. And let's just be real. There's some situation I'm going to talk about when my son died. I didn't want to hear nothing from nobody.
Right.
I know the intentions was well done.
Right. Right.
So because I knew the intentions was well, I didn't say nothing. Apostle Charlie had to tell them, stay away from the house.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember that. Say, hey, give them a break. Because people mean well because of their love for us. But their love for us gives them a response that they would like to have, opposed to reading the room. Like,
right.
They look like they don't want to be bothered.
No, I don't think that we conveyed that. But it was
who?
I did. Oh. You asked me what I wanted. I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you because all I wanted.
And they wanted to show us their love.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Yeah.
But I even told some people, they were like, "Can I clean something?"
No,
it's like my house is dirty.
You
know, it's like
it's an overwhelming time.
Yeah, you could just sit here with me. I'm
just leave.
No, they were filling in voids for me. You understand? Because when I got in those quiet times, it was hard.
Who is this?
I don't know.
This is Shakur Amura. That's true definition of Black Empire. Hello, greetings from Mama Africa, the Gambia, Smiling Coast. Whatever. I can't skip without saying you hello because you deserve it. We don't know who you are, but hello. Almost said something. I'm not.
Maybe she's a family member on my mom's side.
I don't know. Maybe you know her, Shakur Amura from Mama Africa, the Gambia, Smiling Coast, West Africa. Okay. If anybody knows you, Mima knows you. That's the definite. Oh, I thought she wrote something else. Yeah, but if you're the encourager, if you're the consoler, if you're be mindful.
Yeah.
One of our biggest assets is we have a rock solid relationship with Almighty God. And I'm not saying a lot of you don't, but I want to encourage you to get that if you do not. And truly, truly consult Holy Spirit before you go blabbing.
Yeah.
Because you can cause some damage. My irritation got so high that I don't even remember that night. I walked in the corner trying to get away from people because some people, I just didn't want to hear nothing. I just didn't want to hear anything. I just want to be left alone. I want to be angry. I just want to be left alone. You got to be able to read the room. Just read the room. Understand it's your presence that's valuable, not your words. The fact that you showed up tells the person how much you value them.
Yeah.
How much you value them.
Yeah.
You showed up. You did not have to be here, but you're here. Got it.
Yeah.
You don't have to say anything. A hug means the world.
It does.
Opposed to you, don't stop feeling compelled to have to say something. You don't have to say anything. You showed up. Do you need anything? No. That's it.
Yeah.
All right, we out, man. To the dude from Africa or the chick, I don't know how to say bye.
Bye.
Oh, okay. See y'all next week. Remember, we on the love journey. We just recap this weekend. Let everybody know we home, we safe, And we'll see y'all next week. Peace.